What you do with your money reveals whether you honor God or not. Numbers 18 verse 12. All the best of oil, all the best of wine and of wheat, the first fruit of them. Did you see the best? Look at it. All the best of oil, all the best of wine, all the best of wheat, the first fruit of them, of the best, which they shall offer unto the Lord, them have I given thee. Who is thee that is talking about? The priest. So if you are angry that the first fruit is given to the priest, resign your job. God is looking for many people. How many of you in your village, they brought goat to Ezemo and you look at the goat? Be very honest. Can I say, is be very honest? Say, chai. So Ezemo go eat this goat. The goat of Ezemo is running riot in the market, pushing people's garden. Nobody dare flog the goat. Nobody, you dare not try that. It's only in church, especially this generation of dishonor, will go to Facebook and begin to talk about pastor and offering. It's a generation that will not amount to anything. And I'm begging you, if you want your life to have a meaning, don't join them. When last have you seen anybody talk about his village head on Facebook? Or talk about the chief priest of his village on Facebook? You know what you will get. When a pastor stood on the pulpit, started cursing a particular person who always make mockery of pastor, the whole world say, can you imagine how a man of God is cursing people? I said, so you people are afraid of curse and you were talking anyhow. Somebody named his dog the name of a president he was arrested. And since that day, nobody makes joke with the president. And immediately that pastor did that, notice that nobody have ever talked about pastors anymore. The money, Shebi, you like money. The money that is in the shrine in your village, you pass, you saw 1,000 naira bundle. In fact, when you are getting close to the shrine area, your eyes like this. You say, you know, I'm a child of God. Your eye does not go there. Does not go there. Because God is merciful and kind. We can open our mouth and say anything. We can talk about pastors, talk about offering. Look at it. Bible says it is given to them. Your chief executive in the place you work, do you know how much his salary? Please, let's talk. My wife said yesterday, there's something we have discussed. My wife said, imagine pastors go on strike for 3 months. What will happen? Yeah, I didn't answer. I did behave as if I didn't. If pastors go on strike for 1 day, the whole world will collapse. Go and ask Satan what will happen. Satan will tell you, say, tell them to try it. Satan and demon will say, when are they? Which day is the day of the strike? As pastors are going on strike, demons are striking. Pastors are the only one that doesn't have opening, starting time for work and closing time. Anytime you like, you can enter your pastor's house and harass him. 12 o'clock, my head of my child. He must wake up even if he doesn't like. Blessed is here. You can ask if there's a particular week I didn't sleep for 4 days. In fact, you have to bundle me with some other people. Say that you have to go and sleep. I came to church attending to people. He said, you have to leave this place now. In fact, a woman that was a neighbor, came out of her house. You have to go and meet your wife and children. The people I'm counseling with, he said, you people will not kill this man. I finished a program. I did not sleep for 3 days. Immediately I finished the program, it looks as if all hell got loose. Have you ever seen this kind of witchcraft? That a girl is eating foam until ate half of the foam. Mattress, she'll be eating it, ate half of the foam. My neighbor's niece. I don't finish program, was entering my house. I was hearing, you will die today. You will die today. It was the brother beating her. The one was saying, it's okay, it's okay. Next thing they don't notice, Pastor Douglas, I came. And they don't have the child. And once this girl only eat the foam when the woman is pregnant. And once she start eating the foam, there will be heavy flow. The woman will lose the pregnancy. It has happened like 3 times in a year. So the man could not take it. The man says, neither you kill me, I kill you. We brought that one to church. There's another girl, one Karashika. During the program, that one was manifesting the kind of manifestation we saw. We were dealing with it for 4 days. A woman and a husband started quarreling by 11 o'clock, end up in my house by 2 a.m. I talked from that time to 4 in the evening. Never chop. So you like first fruit, you like tithes, you like offering. Please, we need more hands. In fact, God did not call you. I'm calling you on behalf of God. That's why the writer of Hebrews said, no man taketh this honor unto himself, except he that is called, as God called Aaron. Don't just wake up. You saw pastor and cars. It's not every time. There are times they will fry egg, fry this. In my house, I'm the only one they ask, are you eating? But you can finish frying everything. You just say, just keep it. One phone call. I'm the one that says you should fry it. Yes, I'm hearing. Yes. Okay. It's well. Let's pray. How will you? Whereby a woman is telling you, my husband is in the hospital. They want to operate on him. They say we should bring 300,000. And we don't have the money. Pastor, we are trusting God for a miracle. How will you eat? It's only the one that is not called that will start eating. And pity those who are living with pastors. Because when pastor pray, he need prayer support. He co-opt them. Oh yeah, today nobody's eating in this house. After all, when something come, all of us they join them. Clap your hand. Pray. Whether you want to be a prayer warrior, don't live close to a pastor, you're a prayer warrior. Even my neighbors where I live, when they come, Pastor, good morning. Last night was wonderful. While you started praying, we join. Listen, you must understand why God wrote certain things and put it in the Bible. Everybody listen to this. God honors them that honor him with their substance and with their first fruit. God honors them. First fruit is all about honor. There are Christians that don't honor God. There are many Christians seated in the church, they don't honor God. In fact, unbelievers honors God better. For those of you who are coming for the first time and say, all this man is talking about his money. No, that's not where we started from. This is more than a month. It's going to 2 months. That's not where we started. Where we started from is even hard. That one is very, very hard. This one is easy one. When we start talking about honoring God with your body, honoring God with your lips, you don't talk anyhow. Now we are talking about money. Honoring God with your money. Honoring God with your first salary. Watch, when you were not working, you always come to church and pray. Before interview, you tell God, as I'm going for interview, let me be employed. Now you are employed, you disappeared. Listen, everyone listen. I'm a very practical person. If everybody in church do what the Bible said they should do in terms of finance, no church will raise fund. No church will raise fund. If everybody here, you pay your tithe accordingly, there will be no need asking for extra money. For those of you who want to know, what do they use money for? Some of you now as you are sitting, you say, this man know they play well. The reason they blow well na power. You want it to blow well, give me 23 kVA. AC will enter. There's AC. It's not working because of the gen. Cannot carry it. And we didn't on all the lights. Are you aware in the Old Testament it is forbidden for a priest to sweat? So that means that their church in the Old Testament is a little bit AC. Those that clean the church, they buy Omo. This place is under rentage, and the landlord does not smile. The only time you will see him is when your rent is due. He does not disturb. Very nice man. The only time you will see him is when your rent is due. And this place is 700,000. Jesus described ministry as business. He said, I will be after my father's business. If it is business, business is not charity. Business is profit. Can we talk? I'm a very practical person. If we give offering, all our offering now, we should divide it by 700 to know what we should be expecting every service, in order to be able to renew the rent of this place. True of us. As a businessman, when you are making gain, you are keeping something aside. Why are you keeping something aside? To be able to renew your rent. True of us. Now let me show you what happens when you honor God with first fruit. First fruit is actually the gateway to abundance. First fruit is the gateway to plenty. Give us this day our daily bread is for certain people. There are people who always have overflow. If you want to get to overflow, put God first financially. Hello? There are people who have more than enough. There are people who are in desperate need. There are people who have more than enough to sometimes when you look at them, you tend to waste. How many of you have noticed that God is still God? Some people are starving, some people are throwing food inside dustbin, and it's still God. Most times it baffles me that what we throw out in the dustbin, there are children that pick it to eat. God does not supply your need because you have a need. God is still God. Somebody will go hungry and not eat food today, and he's still God. God supply your need because you believe him and trust him for your need. Did you hear what I said? You believe him and you trust him for your need, for the supply. How do I move from just enough to more than enough? The gateway is first fruit. Putting God first is the gateway. How do I move from not having anything to having surplus and abundance? The gateway is first fruit. Putting God first. Putting the kingdom first. Now everyone look at me. Let's go. There's a woman called Hannah. She was looking for a son. The son was not forthcoming. He made God a promise. If you give me the son, I will give it back to you. Why did God answer when she made that promise? God was looking for a prophet that will replace the priest. Guess what happened? God has a need. The woman has a need. But the woman put God's needs first. So when he gave God that son, God gave him how many? Later on, 5. He asked for 1, he got 5 more. Let's go. There's a prophet called Elijah. God sent him to a widow. Of all people, a widow. In time of recession, God said, go to a widow. Please, everybody listen. Elijah went to a widow. A widow said, with the food we are making is for me and my children. Elijah said, make for me first. Make for me first. Imagine you have only 1,000 naira. You have gone to buy curry, buy quickly, buy sugar. Came to eat, you hear enough. Koko is Pastor Douglas. I said, the Lord sent me to your house to eat. He said, Pastor, only curry and kuli. And this, and I said, you have change in your hand. Go and buy cold pure water. Then buy cowbell milk. Use the remaining money, buy cowbell milk. Maybe there's sugar. There's kuli. Just buy it. And when you are making it, don't test it. Bring for me first. The kind slap I will receive. Now that's exactly what the prophet said to this woman. Make for me first. And the woman obeyed. And the prophet said, the cruise and the flour and the oil will not fail until rain return. That means they ate until rain returned. So if the rain did not return, they will continue to eat. The food was multiplying. What was the key to the multiplication? First fruit. There's a prophet called Elisha. He sat down. Somebody brought first fruits of barley bread to him. And there were many people. He told the servant, he said, set before them to eat. The servant said, this bread will not be enough for all these people. He said, set it for them. The prophet understood what will happen because it's first fruit. First fruit is actually key to financial multiplication. Let me say it in Igbo. First fruit will go. Nobody will make ritual for you without putting it into the principle of first fruit. Anywhere you go. Nobody. You don't like it in church, try devil. You will still come back and discover that it's dissenting. But devil's own comes with pepper. You will have the money with sorrow. But God's own does not come with sorrow. There's no two ways about it. Principle is principle, whether Christian or Muslim or native doctor. Principle is principle. But whosoever you go to, that's where the difference is. If you come to God, no sorrow. You go to Satan, sorrow will come. Because devil does not give you without preparing you. You want money to multiply? Learn to put God first when it comes to money issues. Don't put God last. Not after you finish spending, you're not looking for change for offering. It's only Christians when they are going for a business deal, they will not tell pastor. When the business fails, they will tell pastor. You are going for a deal of 25 million naira, you will not tell pastor. The reason you will not tell pastor because of tithe. You say, how can that small boy, what did he do? He didn't do anything. I'll come and give him 2.5 million. For what? Oh, you say he didn't do anything? Do you know that when we close church, do you know what pastors do? Have you ever thought of that? When you come and tell them, say, I'm pursuing a contract of 25 million naira, do you know what they do for you to get it? Have you ever imagined? Have you ever thought of it? Oh, you think that because he said go, you will get it, means you will get it. Okay, let me show you how prophetic things work and what happened after a prophet declared a word. Elisha came to Elijah. Elisha came to Ahab and said, by my word there will be no rain. He didn't say by God's word. He said, by my own word there will be no rain. He left. When he left, what happened? Go to book of James. Bible says Elijah was a man of like passion. He prayed that there will be no rain for 3.5 years. But in the Old Testament, they didn't show us where he prayed there will be no rain. That means that when you put the two scriptures together, that means when he declared by my own word there will be no rain, everybody left him. But he went and started telling God, I don't tell them there will be no rain. Because God honored the words of his servant. He said it enough. God told him, he said, why are you disturbing yourself? You don't talk him, you don't talk him. You are my representative. Oh, yeah, angel in charge of looking up the fountains. Oh, yeah, look. Fian, fian, fian. Increase the heat of the sun. Fian, fian, fian. Everywhere was heated up. Because a man declared a word. Some of you, when we come, we say this week it shall be well with you. You go home. That demon of that will come and say, you tell them this week it shall be well with them. Do you know what they are doing now? Some of them are committing fornication. Some of them are lying. God will not do it. Pastor will enter into binding and loose. I bind you, satanic voice. This week it will be well with my people. It can be doing this week, it can be well. 6 o'clock don't pass. Unplanned warfare. And when you now get it, you now think is your part. That's why Deuteronomy chapter 8 is very, very important for every Christian to read. He said, do not say that it's your own power have gotten you this wealth. Now so we finish ourselves. When you bring an offering, you acknowledge him. When you bring your first fruit, you acknowledge him. When you bring tithe, you acknowledge him. It is not by my power. How many of you know that business is war? If business is not war, go and do bureau de change. As Igbo people like money finish. I never see an Igbo man will get bureau de change for Calabar. You don't see? Please tell me. Is there an Igbo man will get bureau de change for Bogobri? As an Igbo man like money. Business is war. There are some business you cannot do until you belong. If you put hand, they go damage you. There are some people, if you are going for contract, you are going for contract. That can end your life. Going for the same contract they are going can end your life. They are very brutal. They mistakenly award you the contract, you will not be alive to finish it. Money is spiritual. There's a spiritual dimension to money. If there's no spiritual dimension to money, people should come back with the same result, true or false. But the result is not the same. You can be working in the same organization, paid the same salary, but different outcome in your different homes. True or false? True. Number one, God honored them that honor him with their substance and first fruit with plenty and busting out with new products. How many of you have wondered how some people get certain ideas and some people don't get it? Why people were doing recharge card, printing recharge card. Somebody sat down in his house, said that's a waste of time. You can recharge from your bank. Develop an app. Oh, where are our MTN umbrella? All of them have disappeared. As you are sitting down here, somebody is somewhere thinking of a product that will sack you. You're looking at me. Yes. That's why every day you must ask God for new ideas. What is failure? Failure is actually success, not improve upon. The owner of Nokia, how many of you know that Microsoft acquired Nokia? The day they were doing the handing over, the young man stood and cried. Did something wrong. It's just that we failed to innovate. They were on JavaScript and Symbian. Android came out, they thought that Android, they were wasting time. They were just thieving, permit my Nigerian English, other people's app. They didn't know that these people meant business. Today, where is your Benga Nokia? They're out of business. When you honor God, God is the one who changes time and season. And actually, what changes time and season is arrival of new ideas. Look at how Corona changed the whole world. Closed down business. There are businesses that will not recover. I've studied this thing. There are businesses that will never come back. If it is not the church, all social gathering business would have closed down. Tourism closed down. Events closed down. It's just the church that saved those ones. If your son is studying some courses in school, please go and check Corona index and those experts. There are courses that when you study, you have not gone to school. It's as good as you have not gone to school. A film editor will have more money than somebody who studies certain courses. Because these people are still hell-bent of reducing social distance and contact. Almighty football, they shut the whole stadium down. With one idea, Corona. One idea. Just to sell a particular technology. Are you still here or you been somewhere else? Are you still here or you been somewhere else? Now, when you honor God with first fruit, God opens your brain.